Hi, girls. This is probably the fourth time I've taped this. I'm currently 7 weeks and 1 day, so I did attempt to do this yesterday. Unfortunately, I forgot something every single time, and I would re-record it. And by about third time, I was like, "That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to record it again. I'm just going to wait till tomorrow." So that's why I'm doing it today. So I'm hoping that this one's gonna take. And I'm gonna remember everything. I wrote down. I typed in everything in my iPhone. So okay. So 17 weeks, 1 day. Um, my for my symptoms, I would have to say the big one this week is definitely back pain. Um, it doesn't happen like all the time. It's only when I'm in a certain position or if I happen to be, maybe laying on my back flat. For instance, when I go to sleep, um, I find that I end up waking up and feeling terrible because I'm laying on my back and I know that the weight of my uterus is pressing on my spine and it's causing pain. So I end up moving on my side. And once I move on my side, uh, this sounds really weird, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but I experienced this even before I was pregnant. If I lay on my side for a long period of time, I feel sick. I don't know what it is, but I start to actually feel nauseous. And this kind of bothers me a little bit because I know the further along I get in my pregnancy, I know how it's not good to lay on my stomach, or sorry, lay on my back, especially when I'm like, huge and my stomach's massive. So, in terms of like sleeping, I will tell you this, I have a body pillow and I've just used one single pillow. Is there anything else that you guys can suggest to do? Am I going to have to sleep in a different bed than my husband to actually get like a proper sleep? The good thing is that I don't work, so I don't have to worry about like, not getting enough sleep because I could just sleep during the day. But if you guys have any tips on different positions, maybe different ways I can position my body, even if it is on my side, I know that laying on your left side is better, and I can do that, but I find that I feel more sick laying on that side. I don't know why. It's so stupid. Okay, so that has been something that has sucked. I didn't work out yesterday, and I think that affected me a little bit. So today I actually ended up doing a workout that was like it's from my Turbo Jam video, but it's a turbo scalp, so you use weights and when they would do certain things like lunges, which I knew I had read and what to expect that you probably shouldn't really do a lot of lunges, I decided to do deadlifts. And if any of you guys don't know what deadlifts are, you stand completely straight, you take the weights, you keep your knees slightly bent, and you go forward. So it's almost like you're letting the weights bring you down to the ground. You don't obviously touch the ground. What this does is strengthen the back of your thighs, your butt, and your back. So I know I can't do ab workouts, so I can't really strengthen my core doing that. So my husband suggested doing that, and I'm hoping that that'll work if I continue doing those workouts along with my other ones. So my ribs have been hurting as well. If I sit in like a position like this where I'm kind of hunched over a little bit, I end up feeling a lot like I can't breathe, but just like a cramping almost feeling in my ribs. So I end up having to like go like this, and I always have to sit with a pillow behind my back or a couple pillows behind my back. So that kind of sucks. Uh, I have been feeling movement in terms of I know that my uterus has moved. If you guys don't already know this from watching my past videos, my uterus was tilted um, the last appointment that I had like for an ultrasound, and I was 12 weeks. And the girl said that was, why we were having such a hard time finding the heartbeat and stuff. So I can feel that it's moved. Obviously, I can find the heartbeat, no problem. And something interesting this morning was little man usually lays at the bottom, and he's now at the top. He's actually near my belly button now, which is really cool. So I was trying to find the heartbeat at the bottom, And I was like, okay, where is it? I'm looking, and then I could hear it's like in the distance. And I start going up, and I'm like, there's no way he's up there. And sure enough, he was sitting up there. So I think my uterus has been shifting for sure, um, which is good because now I feel like, I won't have a hard time when I go to the doctors and get an ultrasound and whatnot, because I have one at 19 weeks, and that's the anatomy scan. I don't want to have to have to worry about that. Which I don't mind if they do internal exams. I'm not one of those girls that like gets grossed out about it because whatever, that's what you have to do. But I mean, it's probably easier for them. Definitely emotional. I've cried so many times. It doesn't matter what it is. I watched Grey's last night, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watch it. Freaking pretty much bawled the whole time. And I'm very emotional towards my husband. And I mean, I was really emotional in the beginning of this pregnancy towards the baby. And now I almost could say I'm kind of used to the fact that I'm pregnant and I have a little baby inside of me, and I'm going to have a baby. The last 2 days I've been kind of getting emotional towards that. I'm so happy that I'm pregnant, and that gets on to the next thing, which is I absolutely love being pregnant. Like, I have no complaints. I know I talk about my back hurting, but those are minor things, and I honestly would take anything just to have a child. So it doesn't even matter to me what I have, what if I was sick the whole time or not. It's definitely well worth it in the end. Uh, Pregnancy brain is full force now. We had guests here for 10 days last week, and I swear I couldn't talk. Like, it was probably the most that I had talked to people in a long time because I'm home all alone all during the day, and I just have dogs to talk to. And then when my husband comes home, so I don't know if that had a lot to do with it, but I was just like not having the ability to speak. So that's been kind of funny. I felt some kicks for sure from Little Man. I have felt um, definite movement. I feel bad because I can't wait for my husband to feel things because, I could feel little things, like, so say, little flutters and stuff. But I can feel big stuff, like when he switches positions, or maybe his back or his head gets up against something. I could feel him. I could feel that larger part of his body. And I have felt kicks, or whatever they may be. Um, I felt one that I thought if you were to like videotape it, you could see from the outside, but I don't think that would have been possible because I actually only felt just a little bit of it. But that's been kind of cool, and I'm really excited for the coming weeks because I know it's going to keep getting stronger. So that's pretty awesome. In terms of like my measurements and stuff, nothing has really changed. Um, the only thing that has really changed is my weight, which is, I guess, hasn't been a huge thing, but I have actually done exactly what my midwife told me to, and that was to start getting a pound a week. So I'm gonna tell you, I didn't want to plan on that, but now that I realize that I have, what, 23 weeks left of pregnancy. I'm That's 23 pounds plus 6 pounds is only 29 pounds. So I'm not too worried about that. The only problem is that I know from what I've been told is that by the end of your pregnancy you end up gaining more. So I just I'm not one of those girls that's going to be crazy about my weight. I did have two family members of mine that gained 50 pounds when they were pregnant, and they're totally fine now. So I know, I don't eat a lot of fast food or anything like that, but I I definitely have to stop eating cupcakes and stuff like that. We had people over last week and they brought cupcakes. It's the worst idea ever because I ate almost like an entire like crate of it. So, but whatever. It is what it is, right? Like, I mean, I've gained a pound in the last week, and it doesn't bother me that much. I just want to be at a right weight. I would like to just gain 25 pounds. That would be perfect for me. And my midwife feels the same way. She's like, 25 to 30 pounds is fine. I don't, if you gain 30 pounds, that's fine. If you gain 35 pounds, that's fine. But I just want you to stay under 35. So we'll see, I guess. So that's pretty much it. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was I was going to do an exercise routine video. I actually tried to attempt to do one, but I wasn't getting good angles, and I was actually working out. So after I did it and I reviewed it all, I thought this is going to be long, it's going to be dumb, like I'm not going to like it. And I don't know the girls that have suggested it, I don't know what you would like to see. So if you would like just for me to tell you, like just sitting here and telling you, these are the workouts that I do, um, that's fine. I'll totally do that. If you would like me to actually show you what I do in a non-workout setting where I'm just like showing you the different moves, I can do that as well. But just let me know because I'm not really sure. I'm by no means this like, crazy health chick who friggin' works out every day and I'm like doing it my whole life. I'm not like that at all. I don't know. You let me know. And that's about it. Yeah, so I'll show you guys my belly. So this is with clothes on. Definitely got a lot bigger. I have maternity pants on now. But yeah, that's what it looks like from the side, from the front, and from that side. So it's a lot harder now, especially in here. Like I can totally feel that there's a uterus in there. And like my ribs have totally moved. Like it sucks because it hurts. But yeah, that's the belly. Another cute, but maybe people might actually criticize me for this, or not criticize me, but tell me that it's not possible that he can hear now. I have read in a lot of things that the baby can possibly hear your voice now. So I have actually started to read him books. Me and my husband started yesterday. And if you guys remember the Bearstein Bears, those were books. I have about 3 or 4 of them. I'm going to try to get like the complete collector's editions or whatever you want to call them, complete set of them. But I read one last night while I was in the bath because it was very echoey in there. So I thought like if my voice is loud, maybe you can hear me. And I felt him kick a few times while I was reading, so that was really cool. So we're going to try to do that every couple days. I know that people say like it's not like that baby's really going to understand what you're talking about, but it's for me and my husband, mainly for my husband. I want like the baby will always hear your voice way more than anybody else's. That's why usually your baby's more attached to you, and it knows you better by voice than most other people because it hears your voice all the time, every day. So I actually told my husband, I want you to start reading to him and talking to him, and I think he sometimes feels silly when he does it. So I suggested like let's start reading him books, when we know that he can hear, so he can get used to your voice and he can, identify it when he comes out that you are who you are and whatever. I don't know how true that is, but I mean, I don't mind reading. I mean, why not? So, anyways, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will talk to you next week at my 18-week update. Bye.